How do I find a new job? How can I make a career change? And the biggest question of all, can I really find a career that I love? Hey, my name is Jen Smith, and I believe career success doesn't have to be at the expense of living a radiantly happy and healthy lifestyle. As a former HR leader and recruiter turned career coach, I get what companies are looking for when hiring top talent. What that means for you is an unmatched combination of insider knowledge and the best kept secrets about making heart-based career changes and navigating the ups and downs of job searching in today's world of work. Whether you're a recent graduate navigating the job market for the first time or a seasoned professional ready for a career change, this show is for you. So grab your coffee or your kombucha, pull up a seat, and get ready to be challenged and inspired to move beyond your self-doubt and take the right next steps towards landing a career you love. Because you deserve a long, radiantly happy and healthy career. This is the Flourish Careers Podcast. Hello, and welcome back to the Flourish Careers Podcast. I'm your host, Jen Smith, and today we are discussing the importance of cultivating lifelong curiosity as it relates to your career. Curiosity is essential because it enhances your career experience, it fuels your growth and development, and most importantly, it empowers you to navigate the complexities of our modern workplace with more confidence and agility, which is a key component of heart-based career planning. Now, throughout my career, I've received plenty of guidance, but there's one piece of advice that has made a lasting impact above and beyond anything else. And that advice is to always remain open and teachable. John was one of my very first managers and incidentally, one of the best leaders I've ever worked for to this day. He noticed my eagerness to learn and grow in those early days. He appreciated it, and perhaps he dropped this impactful advice without knowing the lasting impact his words would have on me. And because John knew then what I know now is that there is power in being receptive to new ideas, perspectives, and knowledge. Being humble and knowing you don't have all the answers goes a long way. John's words became my mantra, and by embracing his guidance, I've had new doors open with ease throughout my career, accelerating my professional and personal development. And so today, I pass these words on to you. Always remain open and teachable. Your career path is a lifelong process. Every experience is a chance to grow. So today, we're going to talk through 4 ways that you can embrace the power of remaining open, teachable, and curious so that you can watch your career flourish and stay forever in bloom. So the first way to embrace curiosity is to think about adopting a sense of wonder. Do you remember what it was like being a kid? The wonder you felt when everything was new, the excitement you felt with each new discovery. If you can't remember anymore, I suggest spending some time with any toddlers in your life. I recently met up with a friend and her little one at the park. Observing how they marveled at things that I might not have even noticed was so much fun. So the red maple tree seeds were all over the place, covering the ground. And this little one was picking them up and observing them and looking at them and showing us. It was so cute. And then the sun's reflection in the puddle of water was just so interesting to them. Let the littles remind you what finding beauty in acorns and seeds and dandelions and mud is like. Watch their wide-eyed and open-hearted approach to discovery. Listen how openly they ask questions and seek answers. Which, by the way, when did we stop asking how and why? We can relearn a lot about wonder from tiny humans. Their sense of wonder shows us that it is intrinsic in all of us, even though we may have hidden it or forgotten about it as we age. We can regain a sense of wonder if we work at it. So, one idea here, one action step to regain your sense of wonder is to try keeping a wonder journal. Instead of using your Google history to track your curiosity, try writing down your questions and adding your thoughts to your questions as you learn new pieces of information. You can track your insights and aha moments to see what you gain. There is something special that happens when you actually write it down. And it's kind of fun to see the different patterns in the topics that you're curious about. And I can't help but mention, because I am a career change coach, that this is a fabulous exercise if you're seeking career clarity or trying to figure out what might be next. What are you curious about? Capture, notice, that all might lead to a new heart-based path. Okay, so we talked about a sense of wonder. Another way to cultivate curiosity is to incorporate play into your day. Play is my word of the year. And it was inspired by a silly gag gift from my brother, which is the screaming goat toy. Have you seen these internet sensations? They're hysterical. The goat figurine is about 3 inches tall, and it sits on a little stand. If you give it a light press, it screams. And I'm telling you, you can't help but laugh. I use this as a daily reminder to let go and invite play into the day-to-day. Just yesterday, my husband, I heard him all the way up on the 3rd floor where my treehouse office is. That's where the screaming goat sits. And my husband was on his way downstairs from the 3rd floor. I was on the 1st floor, and he gave the goat a light tap, and I heard the scream all the way through our house, and we both just started cracking up. You can't help but laugh. Another toy I've recommended and bought as gifts for many of my beloveds is a Damn It doll. So have you ever heard of these Damn It dolls? I originally heard of them through one of my colleagues. Shout out to Christina. They are stuffed dolls, so like a stuffed animal kind of doll. They're long and lean. I would say it's about 1 foot tall, and they come in all different colors and patterns. So mine that I'm looking at right now has a pink colored background with lemons all over, yellow lemons all over. It has green hair, and it's just so funny and cute. And these are designed to help relieve stress. So the idea is when you're stressed, you can throw or slam it on the wall as this ultimate stress relief tool. And I read that the classic Damn It doll is engineered to absorb all kinds of negative energy so that you can let go and feel better. So if you're frustrated, this is a fun way to bring a little bit of play in your day. Stop the frustration, and so you can move on. And each of the Damn It dolls has a little poem attached to them that I'm going to read to you. So it says, whenever things don't go so well and you want to hit the wall and yell, here's a little Damn It doll that you can't do without. Just grasp it firmly by the legs and find a place to slam it. As you whack the stuffing out, yell, damn it, damn it, damn it. You can't help but laugh when you see this toy. So these little things, these little toys can bring so much joy into your day-to-day, which can cultivate curiosity and help you get back into the flow of your work. And if you're curious or if you're interested, I'll add both of these to the show notes. Now, aside from silly toys, you might invite more play into your day-to-day through things like brainstorming sessions. So, scheduling regular brainstorming sessions with colleagues where you explore ideas without any judgment. You can encourage playful thinking through different creative prompts or games to stimulate innovative thinking and different types of problem solving. Another way that I've seen pick up in the workplace lately is gamifying tasks. So you can turn kind of mundane things or projects into games to make them more engaging and enjoyable. Your team can set goals, create challenges, and reward yourself for achieving different milestones. And by introducing these different elements of playfulness, you're going to increase motivation and productivity and curiosity and creativity. Another idea is to take creative breaks throughout the day. So take breaks to engage in playful activities that were going to help recharge your energy. This could be something like doodling or playing with a fidget toy or even engaging in a quick mindfulness exercise. Incorporating these tiny moments of playfulness into your routine will help you focus and get back to your work and that flow and generating that creativity and curiosity. So, curiosity begins with a sense of wonder and play. Another way to cultivate curiosity is to foster your love of learning. If you're working to regain your sense of wonder, you'll likely notice a natural return to your innate love of learning. Now, according to Maslow's theory of motivation, we end our childlike wonder when we have to focus on ensuring our most basic existence and relationship needs are fulfilled every single day. I call this your health, your wealth, and your home. #adulting. So we have to make sure those foundational needs are met. Once we're assured those needs are met, it's a perfect time to resume our natural pursuit of knowledge, which is a character trait commonly called a love of learning. Curiosity and a love of learning are closely related, but they differ in a couple different ways. Curiosity is quick and easy. Learning is slower and deeper. Curiosity is the driving force for immediate answers. It motivates us to pick up our phones and type in questions into Google. Love of learning, on the other hand, pushes us deeper. We read books on certain topics, listen to podcasts, read articles, experiment with different solutions. Ultimately, when we love learning, we gather more information and do so over an extended period of time. All humans are by nature designed to pursue learning, but not everybody follows the call. So if you're passionate about learning simply for learning's sake, you might consider yourself a lifelong learner. You may find yourself constantly looking to acquire new skills and knowledge or build your existing skills and knowledge because you feel your best when you're learning. An action step you can take here is to create a learn list. As part of heart-based career planning, I typically select 1 or 2 topics that I want to learn more about each season. And this helps me to focus and not feel scattered trying to learn all the things. So I'll pick 1 or 2 things and spend time reading books or listening to podcasts or reading articles on those topics. And remember, learning doesn't just have to happen in the classroom. Create a list of things that you wonder about and you're curious about and you want to learn more about, and then go for it. Like I said, it can be as simple as listening to a podcast or even joining a community. I wrote a blog on 13 ways to put your learn list to work, and I will add that to the show notes. One thing is certain. People who love learning keep an open mind and inherently makes them more open to new opportunities and experiences. Okay, so far we've talked about enhancing your sense of wonder, incorporating more play into your day, fostering your love of learning. And the last way that I want to talk about today to cultivate more curiosity in your career is to remain open to new experiences. Lifelong learners are less likely to fear trying something new. They look at ideas and concepts from different perspectives and different angles, and they see opportunities and uses that many people might overlook. For example, in the last year, as we know, generative AI technology rapidly became a new tool commonly used in the workplace. But along with its implementation came a ripple of fear through almost every job sector. But we've also seen some people approach it with an open mind. They're using generative AI tools like ChatGPT to streamline their work processes or support the work that they're doing and making things easier. Let me give you a specific example here. So consider two individuals. Let's call them Jesse and Sasha. And they're faced with the opportunity to learn some type of new coding skill. And Jesse is someone who has not embraced lifelong learning. He feels apprehensive about diving into the programming world and worries about failure and doubts his ability to grasp the complex concepts that are involved. On the other hand, Sasha is a lifelong learner and she eagerly embraces the challenge and views coding as an exciting opportunity to expand her knowledge. So she draws from her previous learning experiences and approaches this with an open mind and really explores different resources and perspectives. Now, while Jessie hesitates, Sasha immerses herself in coding tutorials and online courses and community forums, and her lifelong learning mindset enables her to see the potential applications of coding beyond just the traditional boundaries. And then as a result, she not only gains proficiency in coding, but also discovers different innovative ways to integrate it into her work and maybe even outside of work. Unlike Jessie, Sasha doesn't fear trying something new, embraces this new opportunity as a chance for personal growth and exploration. So that's just another example, but you can kind of hear the contrast there in those mindsets. Also, when we talk about new experiences, we're not just talking about tools like AI, we're also talking about ideas and opportunities and even hobbies. I recently met with a friend who's been really interested in learning flower arranging. Another one is learning to swim, and another is learning the Portuguese language. These are all really cool ways to cultivate lifelong learning and very helpful when cultivating curiosity in your career and your life. So, some action steps you can take here is first, reflect. Take time to reflect on your positive and even negative experiences and consider what you've learned from each experience and how it's shaped your perspective and outlook on life. Reflective practices can help you gain insights into yourself, into others, and it really fosters professional growth and self-awareness. Another action step, which is easier said than done, is to find comfort in the gray. Wanderers and learners don't live in a black and white, right and wrong kind of world, or there would be little to wonder or be curious about. Instead, true wondering often involves accepting that there is more than one straightforward answer to your question. Just like there's multiple ways to get to your local grocery store. Let your questions unfold naturally into more questions. Learn everything about the inspiring topics and then share what you learn with others. Whenever you keep your mind open to experiences different from anything that you've already experienced, you begin thinking and creating and living outside the box. And that trait can make you a very desirable team member, a coworker and colleague who is creative and innovative. So as we wrap up, in summary, 4 ways to cultivate curiosity in your career are: 1, to embrace the wonder of your surroundings. Recall the purity of childhood, those moments when the world unfolded before you. And remember the thrill of each new thing and how it sparked curiosity within you. Another way to cultivate curiosity is to play. Get a damn it doll or a screaming goat. Here's what this lovely thing sounds like. You can't help but laugh and have a better day because of something like that. Cultivate a love of learning. Engage in activities such as reading books or listening to podcasts and experimenting with solutions. When we have a passion for learning, we actively seek knowledge and continue to do so consistently. And remain open to new experiences by regular reflection and finding comfort in the gray. Growth happens when we admit that we can never have all the answers, but we'll never give up trying. Always remain open and teachable is the guidance I've carried with me since day one, and it's led to some delightful experiences. There's always room to expand your knowledge and skills in any area of expertise. The more you learn, the more you evolve into your most flourishing self. So that's a wrap for this week, my friends. If you like what you heard, please consider providing a rating and review of the show. It helps more people like you find me. As always, notes from today's episode can be found on the blog at flourish.careers/blog. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll talk to you next time.